Hey everybody, what's going on? Today I'm rocking my collector's item normal t-shirt. I've had this forever. Some of you old timers will remember normal. So I want to talk about some records because I want to put these records away, and I thought to myself, okay, let me just go ahead and talk about them before I put them away. And a couple CDs too. In the background, I'm not listening to myself today. In the background, we have this ambient music going on. It's John Fox with Steve D'Agostino and Steve Jansen from a CD called A Secret Life. I just have it digitally, so I can't show you the cover. Steve Jansen, originally from the band Japan. This is one of my favorite drummers. Anyway, to start talking about music, I want to do a quick review of a recent CD that was given to me from Public Eyesore Records. They do thankfully send me stuff from time to time, and I really appreciate it. And this is one of their most recent releases by Ben Bennett and Jack Wright. It's called Tangle, is it? Yeah, Tangle. These are two long improvisations between a saxophonist and a percussionist. These guys are, without a doubt, master improvisers. This is chunky stuff. I'm really happy to say, this is not some random there's three long pieces on here. Three, it turns out. I've listened to two of them. That's what I should be. That's what I'm referring to. I got through two of them. I haven't heard the third one yet. But folks that like free jazz, improvisation, people that people that know that stuff, you can tell the difference between when people are listening, and that's really important, when they're listening and when something's happening, and when it's kind of random and doesn't come together. And these guys are masters, Jack Wright in particular. Master improvisers. I highly recommend this. This is really good. Thank you, Brian, for sending it to me. I went down to a Hip Stop today because recently Jesse, who runs Hip Stop, bought a bunch of Japanese 45s, and I saw a few, and I said, man, I really would like to have those. Please hold them for me. So I went ahead and got them today. Just not going to worry about the money. We'll be all right. I love the band Focus from Holland. And just right quick, I have this to show. I believe this is their second album, In and Out of Focus. It came on it came with a different cover in America, a much less interesting cover. But Hip Stop Records had gotten in a Japanese pressing of Hocus Pocus, their hit single, on Polydor as well. So I said, man, I gotta have that. Nice. And he got a bunch in, and I couldn't afford them all. I mean, another friend, John Chartrand, bought a bunch, mostly soul singles, some Japanese J-pop from back in the day. Here's the other one. Here's another one I got from him. This is a classic. I'm really glad I got this. Dennis Coffey and the Detroit Guitar Band. Some of you folks right away know this record. Scorpio. This is absolute monster classic. It was an AM radio hit at the time back in, gotta get my glasses here and see what year this was. 1972, yeah, and here I have a Japanese pressing on A&M Sussex. Killer. Japanese pressings are so nice. Very, very collectible stuff. Also had to get this one too. Hot Butter, Popcorn. Very important recording and event in the history of electronic music. Was this the first all electronic pop hit? I know it was written by Gershon Kingsley. I think it was. This is a mono recording. And just Japanese music core. Man, I said, that's one for my collection. And here's the Victor World Group. So that's the group of labels it came under. Super chuffed. And yeah, I love that word. I feel it when I say it. People say it's funny that I'm American and I use the word chuffed. I'm not English. No, but I love that word. I feel it. It really fits what it means. And the last one I got was by Linda Yamamoto. I don't know the name of this one. I became familiar with Linda Yamamoto through YMO. I know that she was an actress, pop singer in the 70s. And I became aware of her when I have it on cassette somewhere. Someone redid a electronic remix of some of her hits, and I loved her voice. So once we figured out that this was Linda Yamamoto, I said, yeah, that's one for the collection. So those are new. These are new to the collection today. I also picked up this for $1. Well, first, I hung out with Jesse. I really like Jesse. And we were listening to music in the store, and I asked him to just go ahead and put this on out of the dollar bin, just to listen to. Lloyd Price, Mr. Personality's 15 Hits, because I remember the song Personality big time from my childhood. And so after we listened to it, Jesse just gave it to me. Jesse, I ought to bring it back to you, really. Put it back in the dollar bin. It's just nice to bring it home and pop it on nice, right quick. But the dollar score that he gave me that I'm happy about is the Group Quake. This is a sampler for the RCA Victor Records label, 1968, highlighting some of their what would be considered hippie rock acts of the time: Youngbloods, Status Symbol, Auto Salvage, Stone Country. I have the Loading Zone and the Auto Salvage albums. The record is beat, but I just, again, these things are just really kind of priceless to me when I can get this stuff for cheap. Stuff from the 60s, early 70s related to hippiedom, psych, pop, So many of these records, as a kid, I saw them and I couldn't afford them, so still to this day, I still want any of them that I can get my hands on. So that was nice today. Genesis is back in the news. The BBC is doing a documentary on them. They've been showing this publicity photo where all of the five classic members of Genesis posed. So there's reunion talk, although we still know that Phil Collins may not be able to play the drums, but still, it's just wonderful that they're in the news. So I was listening to this earlier. No reply at all. I like all eras of Genesis, unashamedly. And the criticism against Phil Collins is just bollocks, as they say. It's on Vertigo. Dutch Pressing. Played both sides of this. I really like Genesis. I do. Don't give a damn about criticism of the band. Now we got some Mew playing. Hopefully this won't get me. Let me turn this down. Love this band. Been playing that on repeat since I got it on vinyl. Four-Way Cross. Any folks familiar with the work of Brad Lehner or the band Medicine? Beth Thompson. This is a band she was in before Medicine. Four-Way Cross. This is Fill the Sky, and this is excellent. This is a precursor to. I wouldn't call this shoegaze at all. No, noise pop. It's not even pop. This is just really, it's kind of primitive but electronic. But oh man, I listened to both sides of this. This is really good. Four-Way Cross. Had a hankering to get into my A section, and so I played most of this morning. Wonderful improvisation again. I like improvisation. Newhall Richard Abrams with Malachi Favors, Sight Song, and this is on Black Saint, in the original Black Saint logo too. Strong. Some great communication going on here, and things that they're trying, Improvisation really works when the players are listening, but they're also absolutely committed to what it is they're doing. That really comes across in this. Half-stepping in improvisation, things fall apart real quick. Played A Certain Ratio, this 12-inch Bootsy remix. A Certain Ratio, badass band from Manchester. This is out to be played, haven't played it yet. Leonard Alberg, yeah. Partial Solar Eclipse, more jazz. I had this out, I'm not going to play it, but I was vibing with a younger, Ryan Dye. He found a Biff Rose album, Children of Light. I got this years ago as a cutout, and I never liked listening to it, but I've always kept it for two reasons. It's on Bill Cosby's label Tetragrammaton, and there's synthesizer on here played by Beaver and Krause. You know, it's kind of cheesy what they do, but that was enough to make me keep it. I respect what Biff Rose does. This is not what I like to listen to. My Bloody Valentine, MBV, played almost all this last night. I love this. You know, it's like it's one of those records that it kind of like needed time to, you know, settle into what it needs to be for my ear. And this is really nice. A kinder, gentler My Bloody Valentine is what I would say about this album. Really like it. Pulled this to talk about Rumpelstiltskin online. This is one that I keep as part of my collection. Usually when I play it, it just doesn't really take off for me, but I'm not about to get rid of this. This is from the 70s, I think. Yeah, Rumpelstiltskin. But I like this album. This is Keyboard Driven Prague from Germany, SFF, Ticket to Everywhere. Probably their weakest album, and yet they were trying things, you know. They're trying to kind of be new wave here, trying to upgrade their sound or update it on the Brain label. Didn't quite work, but I like this still. DJ Shadow was talking about hip-hop last night with some friends online, and I don't have much, but DJ Shadow made an impression on me when I first heard Introducing, so I still have that on CD, and I have this live album. Fourth Way, Mike Knock, Michael Smith, Ron McClure on bass, and Eddie Marshall. When they first came out, people were comparing them to the sound of the original Weather Report, which I think is about right. Kind of sparse, spacious jazz rock, but still kind of on the bluesy, rocky side, but really actually cool. Werewolf. On Harvest, too. This is good. 1970 is this? Yeah, 1970, live at Montreux. As I said, I've been playing the heck out of it. Love it. Moving Gelatin Plates. French band, I believe? Yeah. A lot like Henry Cow. This is a reissue that was gifted to me. This is a fantastic album. The World of Genius Hans. Moving Gelatin Plates. This is really stimulating. Not an easy listen. This is good. Sid Arthur stays in rotation because this is what I like. And this is what I like. Played the Ola Tunji, Baby Bobby Praveet. Yeah, have I showed these now? Okay, yeah, I think I'm all caught up now. I'm going to put these records away. Talk to y'all.